go with that, because I don't really want to be fighting on these sides, but if I have to, I will. So now that we've got that, I'll throw down some wool if I can. I think we got a lot of limestone, we got a lot of marble. I don't want it to be too close. Hold on a second, I didn't think about this. So I moved these over. I need these to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in at least. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I have like some like various experiences here as Australian. Like, I don't think like most Australians will have gone hunting and shit before. It's not really something common here. Like, it also depends on where you are as well. I don't know if I want this to be this far up, but I'm gonna try to make like a long skinny kind of ship if I can. So we'll see how this goes, you know. How is kangaroo meat? It's like a very what do you call it? It's very lean, and it's very like rich, very like high in iron, which is why I'd eat it occasionally, because like I've also got like anemia and shit. So like if you cook it well, like as in like you actually like to take the time to carefully cook it, it could be really nice and very flavorful and stuff. It's like very steaky, but more not like beefy in a sense. Some of them smell really bad. Like some of the meat smells really, really bad because it's like, it is game meat, but it just depends. It depends on what you get, where you get it, what kind of cut of meat it is, how you cook it. I've had a few people that are just so, like, there's a few Australians that are just so absolutely disgusted by like meat even eating it and stuff. And like have, like if I brought over kangaroo to cook, they've either absolutely destroyed cooking it or they've thrown it in the bin, been like, not in my house kind of thing. But, you know, it was all I could eat, so I don't really have much of a choice with that kind of thing. I think I'll have to like triple wall this out backwards. I do want this to triple wall if I could, but yeah, it's not something that's commonly eaten here. And I would say if you were to ask like 10 different Australians if they've eaten it, you probably only get like one, if you're lucky, out of the group may have eaten it kind of thing. It's just not common. Power, I need to take out these and I'll have to build them probably over the other side. I don't know what any of these items do. I'm just picking things that sound cool. So a persona core is what we actually need to be able to build the ship. So I need to be able to build these parts, and I'm also still researching the last bit that I'll need to build as well. I've got a lot of turrets. I'd like to be able to build the autocannons. So that's steel plus steel and components. I could do components, advanced components would be good. Reinforced barrels, any of those would be good. I've got a couple of mortars, but I don't really know how to use it. And then if I can, I also want to try to make one of these at some point as well, but I don't know how to use it. What is that? Q. Oh, thank you, Q. 50 good colonists, a Q. That will help as well. Honestly, any kind of psychic soothes are really good. Psychic soothe poppers are good. We've got a few emanators that I've got to install around the place. I'm just trying to get them to do that, because once they're in the walls, they'll not be able to destroy it and stuff. Also, how you doing, Q? And yeah, what else we need? I'm trying to get armor. I'm trying to get like heavy duty weapons so that we can actually fight for real, because we've had like a couple of near colony wipes. What the hell else? Also, the Thrumbos coming through here, and I think they'll end up going berserk because they're going through this. So I'm hoping that they don't try to take the doors. I think they're coming in for food. Even Psychic Soothe. Rice Farm. We got Psychic Soothe double on the males at the moment. And yeah, the Psychic Soothes are preventing people from going insane and just killing each other as much as possible. Apart from that, I do have to allocate everybody to have weapons, and also make sure to allocate them so that they're not fleeing constantly. So every time you guys spawn somebody in, I do have to like allocate them, or otherwise they'll just run from a fight next time we get a fight. Medicine is always really good. Any kind of medicine. We're good for food. And what's it? I didn't see the option for shaky snakes. There should be cobras, like tame cobras, but cobras are dangerous in general. Like if I have to hunt them, it could kill my people as well. Or I don't know if they'll eat anything in here that we have, but we'll see. What else? I don't know. No, I saw that. See if I can help. What? What? So glad the colony didn't actually wipe. We got close, Q. Look at this. We had 416 colonists die, and then we had like probably 1 to 200 colonists leave, give up, run wild, or get kidnapped as well. That's not accounted for. And I had to increase the silver up to more than double to keep everyone alive. Because yeah, we nearly lost everybody yesterday. We got down to like 5 people at one point, so it was really bad. How you doing, Glitch? What the fuck you up to? I didn't see the option for no, I saw that. I need you guys to be able to be doing construction. Plant cutting and stuff's good at the moment. I'll just get them all set up so that they can at least do some stuff, and I'll have to do more of these. I haven't got the ability to give them recreational time at the moment, because as long as I've got them set up to work, and yeah, any kind of like I think it's items where you can do like orbital bombardment. What's the other one? There's like tornado generators, although tornado generators are a 50-50 that it's going to come back on our colony. Because I'm playing on a harder difficulty than I'm used to playing on, it is also like they're having tantrums more frequently, they're, you know, fighting more often. They all have like doomsday rocket launchers. You might like that one, Blessed, because yeah, if somebody goes berserk in the colony, there's a good chance that somebody might let one of those rip and like blow up a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get to a point where I can research IED traps, because that way we can install some like anti-grain warhead stuff out in the fields, so that way when shit spawns in, it's going to be more of their problem, not ours, you know. And also, now that I know how far the radius is, I'm not putting them too close together so that they're not blowing each other up. But yeah, I mean, this playthrough, I've died like 4 times. So, like, I've had to, like, you know, put a vote out and be like, do I get to spawn back in, you know? And yeah, it's just, it's been something, you know? Do you only do RimWorld content nowadays? I do not. So this is a 1-week event where I'm doing this. In February, I did the original 1 week trying to get the colony off world to, like, you know, build a ship and stuff in a week. And at the very end, on the very last couple of minutes of like that stream, we had a reward unlocked. Oh no, all these guys are down. We had a reward unlocked in the Billathon event itself, where we had a bonus week unlocked, which this is the bonus week. So for this whole week, I've got 8-hour days, 5 days a week, and Rimconnect enabled and stuff. So I normally stream, like, Mondays are usually a random game night at the moment. Sometimes they're Diablo 2 if I'm taking Thursdays off, but I'll get to that in a sec. Tuesdays are my RimWorld, my normal colony. Wednesdays I don't stream at the moment because I'm working on my live 2D avatar. Thursdays are Diablo 2 Resurrected, my sorceress playthrough, unless I'm off for rigging, in which case I've been moving it to Monday. And Fridays I'm playing Project Zomboid. In my random game night, I have got like a laundry list of various games that I am playing through. This year I'm kind of a little bit more focused on animal nature, puzzle platformer, adventure type stuff, instead of like more of the shooty stuff. And I completed like Need for Speed Underground 2 and stuff last year, so it's out of the list. But yeah, I'll have Croc will be in that, Legend of the Gobbos. be in there sometime later this year. There'll be Pamela, and some other stuff that I don't know. I've written down. But I have like a whole bunch of events scheduled, and I've been taking off a lot of like additional time from week to week and stuff so that I can spend time doing my live 2D avatar. That way she gets finished, because I would like to finish her this year, ideally, because I started her last year and I'm at like 330 odd hours or whatever into like rigging her, plus like 150 odd hours of like drawing and shit. So like it would be nice if I finish her. That way she's just done, and that way I'll have like a more customizable avatar for you guys to kind of play with and stuff, you know. Yeah, I see you peeking, Keelon. Please be nice. Don't kill anybody else's colonists if you can, like not intentionally, ideally, but yeah, rate of silver is up and stuff, so you guys should be able to spawn some stuff in relatively easily. Yeah, Keelon has been killing everybody. At least once, actually, to be fair. Was this these guys? Hold on. Was that Mufflos? Did you guys just spawn Mufflos on me? Hold up. Is that what that was? Yeah, Mufflos. Thank you, Rice Farm. They're not tamed though, and they are in here, so this is a bit of a concern, but I do have turrets nearby, so we can see if we can tame them. And where is Shithakas? The wild one's here. We should be able to hunt her. Depends on what they use to hunt her, but I guess we'll find out who comes hunting, because if I see somebody walk over here with a doomsday rocket launcher, I'll send them back, you know. Yeah, no, there was a section of time like last year where I could really only like play a few specific games and stuff like that because I had a failing graphics card. And this year I've also upgraded like my RAM and stuff because my avatar that I'm working on requires it, basically. I should be able to hunt you safely too over here. We'll see how we go. So yeah, I got the ability to play other stuff. There's some things haven't been playing, some stuff I'm just not interested in playing at the moment. Like at the moment I'm not really interested in playing 7 Days to Die, which is fine. I've been playing Project Zomboid instead. There goes the Human Revenge, which I need to go have a look at in a sec. I need you to go do a trade. And who was shooting at it? That's fine. They were fine though with the turrets. I didn't have to worry about that. I do have an extra turret in here somewhere that I can go install that though. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I normally would have random game nights on Wednesdays, and I'd only have another regularly scheduled game on a Monday. But because I'm taking off like Wednesdays every Wednesday, right, I don't have that extra day to do like random game nights, so I don't get to play as many other games at the moment as I would like to. But like, you know, making avatars got to be a finite amount of time to like make one of those, so I figure I'll get to the end of it eventually and then I'll be able to open up another day, and then whatever my next most like, you know, main game will take up Monday, or we'll see, kind of thing. You guys don't have a lot of money. I was gonna give you guys a heap of stuff. That should be fine for the moment. We'll do that. Which group is this? Because I need to make allies. It can't possibly be one of the hostiles coming in because we're not that friendly with them. So it must have been one of these two. It must have been that one because it's gone back up to 100. Shizaka's in a daze. That's fine. But yeah. Next week, obviously, we'll have... I'm pretty sure... Hold on, let me have a look at my schedule for that. Next week, we'll have... Diablo 2 will be on Monday, because I'll have Thursday off for rigging. Regular RimWorld will be Tuesday, and then we'll have... What's the rest of the week? I'm actually on a 2-week... or I guess, like, technically a week off rigging from next Wednesday. So I'll have 2 streams next week, and then I'll have 2 streams the following week. So it'll be a bit of a gap. It's probably a good thing I've checked that then, because I'm like, I've got all this shit like scheduled and like written down and stuff, but sometimes I gotta go have a look to see what I've got where and stuff. So yeah, next week I'll only have like Monday, Tuesday stream, and one of those will be my regular RimWorld colony, and then I will have the whole rest of the week and weekend will be spent rigging, and then probably the first couple of days of the following week will be spent trying to recover from said rigging stuff. Because when I take time off to do rigging, I normally do like, I sort of sit for between 11 and 26 hours when I do that. So it could be a really, really long time that I sit down and kind of lock in and work on it and stuff. Like I said, it's a lot of brain power to like figure that shit out too, because I'm new to it. So yeah, it's one of those things that kind of wipes me out a little bit too. But yeah, we got 10 cobras. I had like the Homer cobras, you know, when he has the night terrors. These aren't tame either, by the way, so we can hunt them. Hey Lenza, what are you up to? All your lenses you spawned yesterday, most of them died again yesterday. Like after you came in and spawned more yesterday, so we could do it with more lenses if you want. And like psychic suits would be great too. There's the one thing I've learnt is make content you like, right people will find you. You enjoy the game rather than feeling like a chore. Yeah, I definitely stand behind that, because like from my perspective, I make stuff that I would want to watch, that I would enjoy watching and how I would enjoy watching it. So like, you know, if I don't enjoy it, why the fuck would anybody else enjoy it, you know, or want to watch it, kind of thing. That's how I kind of look at it. And if I'm not enjoying what I'm playing and stuff like that, you guys can tell, you know, you could tell when I'm not enthusiastic or not interested and stuff like that. And yeah, it doesn't make it fun for you guys to listen to. And so yeah, a lot of the stuff that I play, like I'm sure there's heaps of stuff out there that I could like, you know, latch onto and, you know, become super popular and shit with, but I don't give a shit. I don't care about that. I would rather enjoy what I'm doing and actually like build up a community that I actually like spending time with, you know, instead of just be somebody's like, you know, flame of the month kind of dime a dozen, you know, streamer. The thing is like wash in, wash out kind of viewers and stuff, where it's like you don't really get to know them, or like nobody cares about each other kind of thing, you know. I don't know how to say that nicely, you know. The cobras are avenging blessed, but it's okay. We might even have extra people over here. They're all gonna flee though. The turrets might be able to do it, and Nuke might get maybe poisoned. Don't get poisoned. Okay, Nuke got bitten. Nuke's the only one getting bitten. They might die from this. I've never really seen somebody get the toxic buildup, so I'm curious about that. I want to see what happens. Should be able to tend to themselves. I'll come back to that. It doesn't look like there's many lenses left. I don't think there is. There's one right at the top. Yeah, there's one. There is one lenser, at least. Hold on, let me get this shit alphabetical. Okay, we have, I don't know if you spawned some just then, but we have like a dozen or so. Did you spawn some? You spawned 11 then. Okay, yeah, that's probably about the same amount that we just had arrive would be what we have in count, honestly. We didn't have many before that. Yeah, you can see like there's 1, 2, 3, well, there'll be 11 of those, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lenses existed before that, so there was really not many. We were deficient in lenses. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, I've had it with like some of the games and stuff that I play that some people have come in and been like, oh, you know, if you play this game, you know, you'd be like super popular in that category and stuff like that, and you get like a lot of viewers and stuff. And it's like, I don't even know how many people watch me on the average day. I have no fucking clue, and I don't want to know. So like, why would that fucking matter? You know, like I know it matters to some people, like how many people they've got subscribed to them, how many people they have watching them and like for how long they watch them and stuff like that. But I'm like, that's not how I operate. Like if you have free time and you want to like spend a little bit here and you want to hang out and chitty chat and stuff, you know, I'm here. I'm here at like a pretty consistent, regular intervals and stuff. So, you know, if you've got the time and you want to be here, go for it. If you don't, you know, real life comes first, is a priority. So yeah, I'd rather you go like do whatever you've got to do in IRL, spend time with friends, family, play games, go to work, whatever it is, over being here. Obviously it's really nice when you guys do have time to be here and are here, but yeah, I'll otherwise live probably. Mostly if you don't turn up, like obviously I'm not saying like I don't care if you're here or not. I'm just saying like I don't want you to prioritize stream over your own like day-to-day life and health and shit, you know. If people start doing that, I do get a bit upset about it because I'm like, I don't want people to not go spend time with like loved ones or not like take care of themselves, get rest and stuff, you know. Yeah, what else? I saw that tantrum. I think there's something that happens when too many people follow or watch you. There is simply no way to answer all of them or really interact on a personal level. I mean, I do understand that there is a point in time where like my chat will be moving too fast for me to keep up with and realistically be able to answer. At that point in time, like I know I can keep up with about 9 chatters at a time. When we get to 11, I start lagging behind by about 2 minutes from everyone. But that's only because like I gas bag and I actually like answer and shit. The only way I can kind of keep up with people at that degree is for me to actually prioritize not reading out the messages, which, you know, at that point some people would prefer that I actually just keep up with messages and stuff like that instead of, you know, taking the time to read all of them out loud and stuff. So sometimes I'll do that if we're really far behind. Like there's sometimes I also miss messages. I don't like unintentionally, you know, not read people's messages, or I should say I don't intentionally not read people's messages. Like that shit's unintentional. But when I do my editing and stuff, I often go back and I see messages anyway, which is why the other day, like I found the message from Mechanicon, how they were like, this is a good way of like how you can sort of sound out their name and stuff. And I'm like, I didn't catch it in stream, but I caught it when I was editing. And I'm like, that helped, you know. And sometimes I'll see messages that I missed then. But I also listen back to my VOD when I'm editing. So like if I don't find it interesting, nobody else is going to really find it interesting. So if I'm sitting there and I'm like, I want to listen back to a part, or I'm sitting there and I realize I've listened to like over an hour unintentionally, and I'm like, well shit, you know, I'm like, cool, that's good, you know, at least it was interesting or entertaining or whatever, you know, enough to capture attention for like a while, even if it's myself, you know. I don't think this is getting power down here. It should be, but I'm guessing we just don't have power at the moment, which could be because I got rid of the solars. Maybe. Could also be that there's a tree in the way, which it does look like. I'm going to throw down some floors up in here too. I throw down some sandstone floors, and I'll do it on the other side as well. I think that will get this place kind of fancied up. I don't know what you're destroying, mate. You're destroying a bedroom? Maybe? Possibly? Better not be one of these things, because I only just installed them in the corner there, you know. What's up with day-to-day life? I mean, depends on the person. Like, some people like tune in while they're at work. Some people tune in while they're like in transit. What are you destroying and where? Oh, it's a bed. I'm gonna say, I'm like, I can hear it. I was worried because I'm like, they keep destroying these fucking things. So I wanted to make sure that they weren't destroying that again. But yeah, it's not that. So sorry about it earlier. I'd be looking. No worries, Shelly. I saw your messages. I'm pretty sure I responded and stuff. It's all good. But yeah, it's all good if you're looking and shit too. Was it? Work is an awful word. I know. I won't swear at you guys too much. No fucking promises. But yeah, no. I don't know, it's kind of cool hearing where you guys like tune in from, and as in like, you know, if you're at work, or you know, some of you take me out to like shops and shit, and or like you're at the gym, or whatever kind of thing. Like everybody's got like a different sort of thing going. Like there are quite a lot of people in my community that sort of tune in when they're like going to go to sleep, which is pretty cool. Like at first that was something that was sort of, I don't know, because like I'm not used to like the streamer kind of culture and stuff prior to streaming myself. I was like, oh, well, that's a little insulting, you know, tune in and then fucking tune out kind of thing. Or it's like, it's so boring that you fall asleep, or, you know, like I didn't understand like lurking and stuff. But I'm like, no, it's like people actually just like to like have like the consistent noise in the background, and the voice is soothing for them, and you know, it's nice. It's just, yeah. Everybody kind of like listens in a different way. In my case, I like to be people's background noise. So, you know, if you're getting ready for work, or you're just laying down to go to sleep, or you're playing a game and you just want to, you know, have some conversation casually going on in the background and stuff, like, you know, I'm your streamer for that kind of thing. Obviously, if you want to sit here and have a chitty chat, I'm also here. But, yeah, we get different stages. The year is also interesting too, where go through stages where sometimes it's really silent for a while, and then, you know, all of a sudden out of nowhere, like everybody will be back like chatting, and I'll be like, I can't deal with it because I haven't dealt with it for a while kind of thing, and I'm like, I'm out of practice, I can't keep up kind of thing, and you know, it's fine, you know. And then I get into like the routine of it sort of thing, and yeah, I keep up with like all the conversations all the time. It's fun too. I'm gonna still hunt the boomlopes if I can, out and about. And I think we're still trying to tame them. Well, I didn't want to tame those muffaloes, but I also don't want to really hunt them either. So I'll leave them be. We must have tamed the ones that were in here for the most part. Most of them. So I'll just say that the ones in here, we'll tame them. Because we've got a couple. I don't really need to be going places, but they do give us stuff. So, and it also gives my animal handlers like something to do, I guess, you know, so that's always nice. Is that always working since that's the time you stream? Yeah. Well, the other thing too is sometimes you guys have like daylight savings and stuff. So sometimes you guys roll your time zone early, and yeah, it could be weird with that too, because sometimes like you're only just starting, or it's lunchtime for you. And that's always unusual because I don't have daylight savings where I am, right? So I don't like think about it, and then sometimes like, yeah, there was a period of time like a couple of months ago where I think it was Jay Lee mentioned that like the time zone had changed, and I'm like, oh, okay, that explains why everybody's going live like an hour earlier than usual, or not around, or are sleepy and stuff. And I'm like, you know, that makes sense. I just don't have daylight savings here. So we have daylight savings in Australia, but not in the state that I'm in. So I think everywhere else in Australia does it, just not Queensland. So don't know why, but totally cool that we don't have to fuck around with our clocks and shit. So I appreciate that we don't, you know. What else? Out of curiosity, doesn't YouTube or Twitch have issues with swearing? So YouTube prefers you not to swear in like the first, I think it used to be 30 seconds of a video, and now they've changed it to I think within the first 3 minutes of a video, because they increased the amount of time for shorts, and therefore it has to apply to shorts as well. So they'll be less likely to push out a video if you swear and shit, but I don't give a fuck. I swear, I'm Australian, I'm gonna swear, right? So I'm not gonna censor myself just because a couple of websites got a bit of a problem with like shit, fucking cunt, you know? But yeah, I don't really care too much with that. Like Twitch doesn't like, I don't think it likes fuck, and I don't think it likes cunt as well. Both of the platforms find that as like hard swearing language, and a lot of people are like, oh my god, that's so vulgar, and it's like, it's not what it means overseas. Here, fuck is just like everything's fucking something, you know? It's not as vulgar as it appears. It's kind of like the word the. it's no different than that. It's just a word that you can substitute in a sentence for the, a, whatever kind of thing, like, you know. And cunt and stuff, like, you know, there's a difference between like a good cunt and a bad cunt, shit cunt. Like, it's like mate. It's the same thing here as like saying the word mate kind of thing. So it's not as vulgar here. Like, obviously it is still classified as a swear word. I think we have got news presenters can say fuck. I don't think they can say cunt. But like, yeah, it's very normalized here in that degree. And it also depends on where you are as to what is linguistically acceptable and shit. Like, it also depends on what kind of company you're in the like presence of as well. Like, I probably wouldn't, you know, if I was at a day job and I was talking to a customer, I probably wouldn't drop, you know, cunt in the sentence, you know, that just is inappropriate then. But yeah, you could easily hear somebody say fuck in like a retail job